From being a supermodel to the most famous Bond girl in history, Barbara Bash has done it all. But what left people shocked about her was her instant and unpredictable decision-making throughout her entire career. So stick around to find out more. Barbara was a famous top model before she turned into an actress. Barbara Bash was born on August 27, 1947, to a family with varied European origins. When she was young, Barbara was elected captain of her school basketball team. She graduated from the all-girl Dominican Commercial High School in Queens, New York in 1964. And in the following year, she shortened her name to Bash and began a successful career as a leading American model for the Eileen Ford agency in New York. Soon after that, Barbara found herself becoming the cover girl for 17, and her face was on the covers of every major magazine in the world. Her perfect figure led her to be considered as an American top model at the age of 18 years old. In 1966, she went on a trip to Rome to model a line of fabrics when she met Augusto Gregorni, who is an Italian businessman 11 years her senior. Both of them were on a plane together, and Augusto eventually convinced Barbara that she would have a much better career if she would stay in Italy. Some months later, at the age of 19 years old, she finally got married to Augusto, and they both moved to Rome, where she adapted to a new way of living. During this time, Barbara began to appear frequently on fashion Italian magazines such as Bella and Amica. These magazines really helped Barbara increase her profile and develop her career even further. But moving to Italy also opened another door, which was acting. After getting a lot of recognition from her modeling career, she was casually asked if she was open to do something for television. Soon after that, Barbara's acting debut was in the Italian television show titled Cordialmente, which premiered in 1967. Barbara began to be famous all across Europe, mostly owing her popularity to a television audience. However, her husband was not comfortable with this at all and preferred to keep her private life with him private. The couple would soon have 2 children together while Barbara continued to pursue her career in acting. Barbara flourished in films. Franco Rossi, an Italian director, asked Barbara if she would play The Odyssey, an Italian TV miniseries broadcast in 1968 based on Homer's Odyssey. She then made her movie debut with a small role, the Princess Nausicaa. At the same time, Barbara was pregnant and expecting her first baby, Francesca. The series was successful in Europe and was noted for the credibility of its historic sources. At the same time, she appeared as well on the front covers of international magazines such as Elle France and publications from other countries such as Canada, Germany, Brazil, and Spain. In 1970, Barbara was chosen the most beautiful model from Italy. Barbara had several small roles in several Italian films and one French film before she came to the attention of Bond producer Cubby Broccoli. Barbara did not exactly speak with an Italian accent, but she had speech mannerisms and patterns learned in Rome, which sounded somewhat foreign to the American ear as well. She was bilingual in both languages, but with an accent, which was an advantage to get some roles. Barbara left her career in Rome for Hollywood. Barbara separated from Augusto in 1975 and moved back to America, settling in Los Angeles. The couple divorced in 1978 after 12 years of marriage, sharing custody of their 2 children. In 1975, Barbara did a screen test for The Bodyguard, which was a jet-set murder mystery. However, in 1976, Bond producer Cubby Broccoli eventually saw her on a video cassette and was impressed with Barbara's stunning beauty, poise, and talent. She had a stunning face and figure, but it was her poise and talent that originally attracted Broccoli. After looking at footage from some of Barbara's previous 9 Italian films, he and the director, Louis Gilbert, decided to give Barbara a screen test for the role of Anya in The Spy Who Loved Me. Barbara's Bond girl journey In 1977, Barbara became one of the most successful Bond girls with the lead role of Anya in the 10th James Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me with Roger Moore. Barbara's role as Anya instantly catapulted her into superstardom as an international hot symbol, and her name and photos in newspapers and magazines were all around the world. The Spy Who Loved Me gave Barbara a particularly active role. Her part is considered the most important ever created for any female Bond protagonist. Previously, Bach had only appeared in Italian and French films. This was her first English-language role. In May 1977, Barbara and Moore were at the Cannes Film Festival promoting the film. The actress was accompanied to the event by Danton Rissner, aka Dan Rissner, one executive producer with whom Barbara had been linked after her divorce. Her relationship with Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr met Barbara on the set of the prehistoric comedy called Caveman in February 1980. Before this movie, Ringo Starr's life and Barbara's life crossed on August 23rd when Barbara attended the Beatles' historic Shea Stadium concert in New York City in 1965. Bach was cast in the part of Lana, and Ringo was cast as the leading man. Filming was mostly done in a protected ecological research area in Mexico. They had to play a scene where Ringo seduced Barbara in her sleep. It was very complicated to work out exactly what should have taken place, and Ringo and Barbara had to spend many hours together with the director planning the shooting for the next day. The pair eventually created feelings for each other, but Ringo was already engaged to an American model named Nancy Andrews, and Barbara was still with cinematographer Roberto Cuesta. Ringo and Barbara started a new relationship just after their breakups. Barbara later said that they weren't together until the very end of Caveman. While working, they got along fine, spent time together, but each had other people. Then suddenly, 2 weeks before the end of shooting, Barbara and Ringo fell in love. They instantly changed from friendly love to being in love, and it was just before they left Mexico. The couple had an on-camera love affair, and somehow it just spilled over nicely into real life. It wasn't quite love at first sight, but it began to grow within days of meeting each other. Barbara revealed that after Ringo took her to the Monaco Grand Prix, she really realized that she had fallen for him. Ringo and Barbara have been inseparable since 1980. And Barbara has even appeared in some of his music videos and featured in his songs. Ringo had a new CD which was released on June 16, 1998 on Mercury Records called Vertical Man. The song I'm Yours is dedicated to Barbara. More than 800 items owned by Starr and Barbara were sold in auction years later. The unprecedented number of Beatles-owned objects was offered to benefit the Lotus Foundation in 2015 at Julian's Auctions in Beverly Hills in California. In the last years, Barbara has accompanied Ringo on his tours. She enjoys time spent with her husband and her adult children, supporting them in their careers. Francesca became a beautiful singer and interesting film director, while Barbara's son Gianni worked for his father's firm and is now a businessman based in Los Angeles. And more than 40 years after, Barbara is still fondly remembered as the stunning KGB agent from The Spy Who Loved Me. What interested you most about Barbara's life? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and continue on watching our next video in the series.